anyone here to talk with about what's going on in Minnesota today. So I'm just kind of drinking Red Bull and distracting myself and wearing my best friend's Minnesota sweatshirt. It's a fucking weird day here. I don't know what else to say. So I'm gonna put some makeup on my eyes. We're gonna go with fucking brown colors and chit chat about the downfall of society if anyone pops on. Um, so, and for the fellow of angelic status who offered to give me $500, I put my Venmo in my bio, just FYI. Because people have offered to donate before and I didn't know what to do, and then I was like, oh, well, that's one way. So I put it up. Because that would like save my ass right now. A certain dum-dum doesn't like to pay child support on time. Why bother to pay it? It's only what, the 15th of the month? You know? And I couldn't find an eyebrow brush at all, so we're just going for it with this other brush. This is gonna be something. I don't know. But I'm not going anywhere. There's a shelter in place a couple suburbs away, and some crazy man who looks like a cop that's armed and dangerous on the fucking loose. So, what the fuck do you do but sit inside and put on absurd eye makeup with a non-eye makeup brush? I don't know. Very fucking weird day. No King's Day. The state is telling us not to go because the guy had a bunch of No King's Day flyers in the cop car that they caught him with. He somehow managed to escape into the fucking backyard in the suburbs and just get free. That part I don't understand. Like, it's not like it was in the woods. It was in a heavily populated area. So who the fuck knows? I sure don't, but sure ain't fucking going anywhere. Tell you that much. Bringing my kid anywhere. Not right now. Hey Sergio, hey Austin. I hope you are having a calmer day than I in Minnesota. It's a strange day. Hey Mr. Cam. I hope y'all are doing well. I do. Where are y'all from? As I keep making clear, I'm from Minnesota. And because of the things going on in Minnesota today, I'm wearing a Minnesota sweatshirt. What a horrifying day. For anyone that just popped in and doesn't know, two legislators for the state of Minnesota, one, the former Speaker of the House of Representatives, were shot. She was killed. Her husband was killed. Another lawmaker and his spouse were injured but lived. And hey, Abby, thank you so much. And the whole state is in a state of shock. I think especially the metro area because the guy's on the fucking loose with a gun. So dressed in a fucking cop uniform with a manifesto in his fucking car. So this is according to the police and the governor. Thank you for saying you love my makeup. I'm not very good at putting on makeup, but I just figured I'd give it a go. Trying to do anything to get through this weird day as I sit here by myself. So, yeah, oops, got it on my. See, I knew that was gonna happen. Let's see, I can't find my makeup wipes, so, oops. Well, shit. That's a bit of a mess. So yeah, I had already been on live a couple times this morning. I'm just trying to, I don't know, not keep drinking too much Red Bull, which I am doing, and find some people to chat with or something. Ooh, so pop in and put where you're from, say hey. If the fellow that was on here last time happens to be on, I put my Venmo in my bio, okay? Like, you sound like an angel in human disguise. So. And I'm old, so that's the only kind of money thing I have. So that's what I put up there. Yeah. And my channel's obviously not monetized, so I don't know how else to accept the money that people offer. I've never gotten any money from my YouTube channel, but I have had people offer and I didn't know what to say. And then it occurred to my dumbass today that I could share my Venmo name. So I did. Oh, I'm fucking this way up, but my hands are shaky from caffeine. I'm all undone, and I think most Minnesotans are undone today. I had expected Dum Dum Orange Man to put out some crazy statement, but he, or his people or whatever, put out some statement about, oh, that's too bad, Minnesota, instead of being like, losers, which is what I expected, so props to the fucking fascist dictator, I guess, for showing some human decency for a second. This, I accidentally was sent the wrong shade of BB cream, but it works really well as highlighter if you can get it on the right part of your face. Unlike me, I have to fix that up. But yeah, the makeup is just a distraction. I'm not going anywhere. There's a fucking madman on the loose dressed as a cop. They put out things that said if a cop shows up at your door, first of all, make sure it's two of them, and second, even if there are two of them, to call 911 to verify their identities. That's how the fuck did this guy get away from them? I would love to fucking know. I sure would. I sure the fuck would. If anyone has any ideas, pop them in the chat. Because I don't know what the fuck is going on anymore. This country's gone insane. Country's gone insane. Oh, yeah, I was about to say, I wish I knew where some red lip was, because I want to do it, but there the fuck is. So, alright. We're gonna just do it. Yep. Fuck it. Who gives a shit? Alright. Ah, shit. Well, again, makeup is not my forte. But I think I did alright. You know? Yeah, there's been no news since this morning about this whole situation, about what's going on. I'm gonna fix this with some, like, lighter stuff in the middle and do a two-tone fucking lip. That's what I'm gonna do. It's too red. Okay, we'll try this. That's better. I don't know, we'll let that dry and then see what happens. I don't fucking know. Fuck it. Pop in, say where you're from. I'm interested if anyone's going to a No Kings rally today, or are they happening in your city or town? I'm afraid that if I were to go to one, I would get arrested because I am so angry and distraught over the state of our nation. And I know I certainly couldn't bring my son to one because he would not be able to stay in control around federal agents and I'm not having him arrested by the feds. More Red Bull, yeah. Oh, I wish that fellow would hop back on. Maybe he was just joking. Who knows? I'm not the greatest person at discerning between trolls and not at first sometimes. There's so many trolls, it brings me down. Um, I just want to pop on and converse with people from around the world and see how life is where they are. Like I said, things in Minnesota are very strange today. Very strange. Somber is the best word I can think of. These were well-known Minnesota politicians, it's shocking. So, and what are you going to do? And it's strange when there's a shelter-in-place order so close, but the guy is on the loose. But then there's not a shelter-in-place order where I am. Just high alert. What the fuck do you mean be on high alert? Look around for a psycho with a gun? Like, okay, I'll be in the house then. I don't know. What is the world coming to, It absolutely crushes me what's happening with ICE, with the military being deployed on American soil, with this absurd military parade, with just all of it. Iran, Israel attacking Iran. I mean, what the fuck? What the fuck? And I'm talking to you like I would if I had a friend here, because I don't have a friend here, so I'm just speaking into the void. That's what it feels like, even though I know I'm making it public and putting it on the internet, I'm sitting in my kitchen talking to myself. You know what I mean? Yeah. I asked my close friend if she wanted to come shelter in place with me, but she has not answered. And yeah, no, again, there's no shelter in place order in this part of the metro, but there is a crazy dude on the loose dressed as a cop with a big gun. So, with a manifesto and a list of people to kill. So, what the fuck? No news updates since this morning. Doesn't seem like a good day to go do the grocery shopping, Yeah. I don't know. Tell me where you're from. I need human connection. It's. Oh, you want to see my roses? Let's see if I can get a good shot. My dried roses. They're very pretty. Pretty, 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 pretty. Yeah, I love to dry roses, so I've been looking into different ways to preserve them so they don't fall apart. Yeah, I had bought a big thing of long-stemmed roses to give as a gift to someone, but then for a long story reason, I couldn't, so I ended up keeping it myself. And now I have these gorgeous dried roses that, yeah, I'm trying different methods of preserving on them so that I can see which one works best. A very lovely lady at one of the places I work at who has a hoarder situation that involves a lot of dried roses was giving me some tips, and I greatly appreciated that and appreciated her. Poor thing has so many. Whole dang apartment full. And I mean like full, like where it's an issue full. But what are you gonna do? Tell someone to get rid of 1,000 million dried roses? No. At least I can't. Hey, okay. How are you, friend? I remember you, I do believe. Or no, are you different? I was thinking of the smiley face one. I'm from Minnesota. That's what I'm on here. Kind of, or was kind of talking about. So I'm in Minnesota, the state of Minnesota, in the north part of the United States. There is an issue here today. A crazy lunatic dressed up like a police officer with a police car drove to the home of the. Hey, Smiley. Hey. Basically, two state lawmakers. A crazy man went to their house and shot them. One and their spouse are dead. Another and their spouse are in the hospital. It's a whole bunch of frickin' shenanigans. There's a shelter-in-place order. A few suburbs away from where I am, the entire state is on high alert, although they haven't said what the hell that really means. But the guy who did it is on the loose. So, like, and is apparently dressed like a cop carrying a big ass gun. Right, smiley face. He says, that's horrible what happened with the shooting. I'm not one for politics, but it just doesn't matter what side you're on. It's just wrong, right? No, even like relatives of mine who have kind of different political leanings than I do, everyone in the state, regardless of the fact that it was Democratic lawmakers that were targeted, everyone in the state is horrified. Horrified. Or, everyone I've been in contact with, even people with sort of different political views than me. People are describing it as a sobering moment. Not understanding what's your context. Do you mean about what happened with the shooting? Or I don't know. I'm rambling at this point. I'm having a hard time digesting this information on this weird military parade day. But no, you can see in the news, 2 Minnesota lawmakers were shot. There are 2 people dead and 2 people in the hospital. One of the people who died is a former Speaker of the House of Representatives of Minnesota. Oh, dude, my belly button piercing. I gotta tell you this. Oh my God. So it got infected. I went to the doctor and got antibiotics. It kind of seemed like it was healing up. And then it totally got infected again. And at that point, I was like, I just got to get rid of it. I had to get rid of it, dude. It fucking sucks. But it wasn't worth dealing with, like, trying to deal with it being infected. Oh, dude. Sucked. Sucked, man. I was so hoping to keep that. I liked it. It was cute. Yeah. So there's a lot going on today, and yet things are like very slow, assumedly because people don't want to go outside because there's a fucking lunatic outside. Hasn't been caught yet. Maybe I should put blue mascara on because fuck it, right? Why not? Something to do to occupy myself. I've been liking the blue mascara lately. It's fun. Matches my eyes. Does it look tacky? I don't know, probably, but it also looks sweet as hell. So I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. See? It's cute. No blue. It mostly looks black, and then in a little certain light it looks blue. It's cute. I learned, though, to put it on top of, like, put black mascara on first and then put the blue on. I don't know. It just looks better. I got ColourPop blue mascara. Does it have a name, or is it just blue? I don't know. Blue. But it's the best blue mascara I've had. I really like the brand ColourPop for eyeshadow and apparently blue mascara. Ah, it just gives a fun little pop, you know? You gotta really get it on there though. There we go. Could I try getting a fake one? Nah, I'm just gonna say fuck it on the belly button ring. I'm good. I give up. I give up. I give up. I mean, maybe it would be fun to wear a fake one, but nah. I don't know. Not like I show my belly very often, anyways. Like my swimsuit is a one-piece 50s retro pinup girl swimsuit. You know, I don't even have a proper bikini. But yeah, getting infected sucked. It sucked so bad. What had happened was I was carrying a heavy laundry basket and it snagged and like yanked it. And then I got infected. And then as it was healing and I had finished the antibiotics, a friend of mine, I was hugging goodbye. And because I'm all short, people tend to like pick me up jokingly. And she picked me up and it freaking yanked it the fuck again. It yanked it so bad. And then I got infected again. And I just was like, I have to get rid of it. It's too much. I want to see if you can see the blue. A little bit. So I had this short that got all of a sudden out of nowhere yesterday, like 35,000 views. It's just this short of me like lip syncing 2 lines to a song. I don't know. But people were clearly hate watching it, right? Like little children. And kept making fun of the fact that my face was like close to the screen. But the whole point of the like lyrics and the video was like it was about eyes, right? So I was getting my eyes in the fucking picture. But like 35,000 children hate watched it. That was a weird thing. You know, I was like, first I was like, oh, one of my videos is like getting a bunch of views, and then comments were really mean and also mostly childish. And I realized that like 34,000 or 35,000 people totally hate watched one of my shorts yesterday. Kind of feels that reminds me of what it feels like to be in middle school. Just like everybody fucking hates you. Thinks you're lame. And it was like whatever. I know, right? It is a lot. It's a lot of hate views, dude. I was like, oh my god, like y'all are mean comments. Like it was very bizarre. And also it was something I posted like a while back. It wasn't like a news short. So first I couldn't figure out why it said my views were so high. And then I realized it was this one random little video. And then shortly after that, I realized that like it wasn't being watched because people liked it. It was being watched because they disliked it. And I mostly don't care because it was, but I mean, would have been better if they watched it because they liked it, not because they think I'm awful or whatever. Or old or stupid. A lot of it is people point out that I'm old, and I'm like, yeah, I'm 43. I have a kid. What? Thank you for saying you don't hate me. It, they were being so mean. Like I was trying to just let it roll off my back, and I'm kind of an overly sensitive person though, and kind of is an understatement. I'm an extraordinarily oversensitive person. So I'm saying it didn't like hurt my feelings, but actually it felt really, really bad if I'm being honest. Like shit. You could have just scrolled. You didn't need to like watch it and write something mean. Um But yeah, again, it was my eyes. So I had my eyes in it. I don't know what's so awful about that. But right, I'm not that old. I'm 43. I just don't have as much Botox as the vast majority. I don't have any Botox. I don't have a whole Botox face like most of the people on here. Okay, here's an example, right? I went to a wedding shower a couple weekends ago of people that are essentially my age, like in their early 40s. And I'm looking around this big table and not one wrinkle on one head, okay? Like everyone's Botox. Everyone you see on YouTube that's my age is Botox. So when I look normal, it makes people think I'm very, very old, I guess. Um, I did get Botox once, but it lasted like tops 2 months, and it cost $400 just to do like right here. And I'm not in a tax bracket that can keep that up. So, but yeah, I was like the only person with any wrinkles in my head at the whole freaking table, and that gave me a sense of my income as compared to their income. Whatever, right? It was also the whole wedding shower thing was like a mind fuck because I work with people living in such dire poverty, and then I went on the weekend to this because I love the bride, adore the bride. Okay, she's wonderful, but I go to this part like wedding shower where I mean everyone's got the newest Louis Vuitton and this and that and this and that. And it's a very different world than what I work in every day. Right, I'm not against Botox either, but like it also gives people a warped perception of what aging is, you know? And yeah, when people get like all those lip injections and whatever injections, it they all have kind of the same face, you know, like the same face. Um, and if I had the money, if trust me, I'd be getting the shit Botox. I don't like it either, but I don't know. It was just weird. Um, and yeah, it's weird how often people call me old on here because I don't have Botox like people my age do that are on here. Yeah, like, duh, you realize we're the same age. I'm just fucking poor. You know, give me a break, dude. Show me some love. um, but yes, trying to get back to serious shit. I'm gonna put some more shit on my face. I don't know. I'm here because I'm trying to process my emotions about two Democratic lawmakers in Minnesota from our state legislature being targeted and shot. One of whom and her husband are dead. One of whom and his wife are in the hospital. Political violence that has, I think, even right-wing Minnesotans freaked out. Because this is not, it's not normal. It's not okay. It's absolutely bizarre. It's shocking. I don't know how else. I don't know. I have the words to describe it. Good afternoon, SBEM. Thank you for saying I'm not old, Smiley. Speaking of Smiley, there used to be this guy who would come into this diner I worked at, whose nickname, only name I ever knew him by, was Smiley, and he had a traumatic brain injury. And the story I was told that was that before he had gotten his traumatic brain injury, he was a fucking dickhead. Afterwards, he was the nicest guy you'd ever meet in your life. But supposedly he was a real dickhead before, and that was why his family never came and visited him in the assisted living place that he lived to right by the diner. But yeah, one of the sweetest men I've ever met in my freaking life. Laughed so much. I used to love to make him laugh. Yeah, I've got many a restaurant story. You know what? Let's do a different color with the eyes. What should we do? I can't find the blue stuff, so okay, we'll just do some yellowy stuff. Okay, I'm just gonna go for it. Maybe we'll do gold. Yeah, let's do gold like a freaking queen. Queen. Ooh, one color is called Queen Bee and one color is called Dandy. I would show you, but it's all broken. Okay, we're gonna use the goldest looking one. Yeah. This is also color pop. Okay. Ooh. Let's do this shit. Oh yeah. So much too much product. I don't give a shit. So cute. Gonna have to blend the shit out of that, but it's cute. I'll just do it to the other eye. Fuck it. I'm gonna die by an assassin's bullet. I may as well have gold eyelids. No, I realize I'm not gonna fucking die by an assassin's bullet, but what's going on in Minnesota is insane today. So insane. If you know a Minnesotan, send them some love, because even the fucking right-wing ones are freaked the hell out. I'm not one of the right-wing ones. I am extraordinarily far left, but yeah, the whole thing is beyond. Your smile name must mean something then, right? Yeah, you always remind me of Smiley, my other Smiley. Okay, let's try to maybe blend some of this shit in. I don't know. I should use my finger actually. Okay, blending. You can see I'm a pro, right? There we go. Fuck. Anyway, I'm freaked out. I feel kind of dumb, but I put my Venmo in my bio because there was a guy who offered to give me $500, and yeah, so my Venmo's in my bio now. And I am a broke single mom, just FYI. But whatever. Yeah, I just was motivated to put it in there because that's a fuck ton of money that would change my life. Anyway, I love y'all that show up. You're so sweet. I hope you're having a really good day. Like that Green Day song, Time of Your Life. Thank you, Smiley. Said you're a good mom and not broken. I hope so. I really, really hope so. I try to make the right decisions. I really, really do. But I am most certainly not perfect. I try. And I try to help other people. And it gets complicated. It really does get complicated. Like that's what I do with my job is I try to help people. I think I might have mentioned this earlier, but I am supposed to start teaching a woman to read, an adult woman, next week. And I've certainly never done that before. But I told the lady, I essentially made her a promise that I would get her reading well enough to pass the driver's test. And I intend to live up to that promise. I just don't know the fuck how. She's been taking the test for 7 years. Passes the driving part every time, but cannot pass the written one because she's functionally illiterate, which is a secret that people guard with their life. It's just so sad seeing people that have slipped through the cracks, their whole life. And people wonder why they're defensive or might come off as rude. Well, because they've been fucked their whole life, Just give them some time to get to know you and trust you, and they'll be nice to you. So, I don't know about all this makeup here. I gotta kind of, definitely blend that in too. But whatever. Again, I'm not going anywhere because there's a madman dressed as a cop on the loose. But I'm really glad to see you, Smiley. I'm glad you popped in. I should probably go. My phone needs charging anyway. But I hope you have a wonderful day. Keep your thoughts with Minnesota. We're having a rough time today. Major dudes. Thank you for showing up.